What is the deal, YouTube? It is your boy 1 Star a Week and we are back for another episode of the Broke Boy Road to Glory, and we got a little bit of catching up to do. So since last episode, which is yesterday's episode, today we have played 15. You heard that right, 15 weekend league games in one day. Half the weekend league condensed into one day, and it's mentally draining. I am exhausted right now. I'm tired. I'm actually about to go to work. I'm working a night shift. So yeah, probably not the best decision, but we moved, and let me show you the squad real quick. As you guys know, we are rocking with this squad right here. I was doing objectives with Osimhen, so excuse the appearance of the squad, but Stoichkov is normally over there. And speaking of Stoichkov, this is what the episode is about. We're going to be talking about this 92 rated Stoichkov card. And when you look at this card, he does have a lot of big stats, a lot of attributes that really make him attractive to really try out, especially in the weekend league. So he's 5'10". He has medium work rates, which are not the best. He's left-footed with a 3-star weak foot. Once again, not the best, but he has 4-star skill moves. I have now played 25 games with him. 23 of them have been in the weekend league, and he's gotten me 18 goals and 5 assists, which has been a great contribution. Before we go any further though, if you're enjoying the content, please do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home that's been supporting the videos, that's been watching the reviews, man. That means a lot to me. So, when you look at this card, I mean, why is he so expensive? Why did I bring him into the team, being that he has the medium work rates and the 3-star weak foot? I mean, when you look at the rest of the card, I mean, it's absolutely sensational. He has the pace. The shooting stats are all in the 90s. I mean, you can't really ask for more there. His passing stats are amazing as well. His dribbling stats are insane. 92 dribbling is exactly what you want to see in this meta. The only thing that makes me worried about him is that he's 5'10", and historically, having used the other Stoichkov card, I know he's not the smoothest on the ball. He's not clunky, but at the same time, he's not on the level of a Neymar and Insigne and Mertens, something like that. His physical stats are also what make him stand out. He has 83 strength, which is decent, but what really stands out about this card is the 93 aggression. I think that's really going to make him be able to jump on to a lot of 50-50 or second chances. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to let you guys know how I'm doing in the weekend league, and I'm going to give you guys a review of the Stoichkov card. Is he worth the money? Let's find out. All right, guys, so according to Footbin, this guy's price is fluctuating between 1.5 to 1.6 million coins. Is he worth the coins? And at first, I was not really feeling the card that much after the first 2 or 3 games, but that's because the gameplay was really bad to start off this weekend league. After using him for over 20 games, I feel like I have a better feel of the card, and I can safely say, yes, he is worth the coins. I'm gonna break down the stats though, so you know exactly what to expect at home. So, 92 pace, how does it feel? And in game, I think he feels very quick with or without the ball. He definitely has enough pace to beat the defensive line. He definitely has a nice acceleration coming out of skill moves, and it really stands out because when you see Stoichkov in game, he's kind of big, he's kind of blocky. You don't expect players like that to burst out of skill moves, but that's exactly what he does. I like in the way he comes out of skill moves to Team of the Year Ronaldo, to Prime Henry, the way that they just burst out of skill moves, you don't really expect it. Overall, I gotta give this guy's pace a 9.5 out of 10. He's not quite Mbappe, but he's about 95% of Mbappe. Next, we will be talking about his shooting, because this is the main worry here. With his 3-star weak foot, is he still clinical? And my answer is yes. If you can get this guy on his left foot, this guy has one of the best shots I have used on this game. This guy has a better left foot than Messi does, in my opinion. We're going to break down the stats though. So the first thing that really stands out with this card is his attack positioning. I was playing him as a cam in the 4-2-3-1 formation because I feel like his medium work rates really suit that formation very well as his other stats. And his attack positioning was second to none. He was always drifting into dangerous areas. He was always having a hard time being marked by the opposition's defenders. He was always in dangerous areas, making smart, dangerous runs. I really enjoyed that. His finishing at 94 is very noticeable, but what's more noticeable is his 92 shot power. Every single shot he shot was a bullet. It was an absolute bullet, and it seemed like the goalkeepers couldn't quite catch it. A lot of his shots ended up being deflections that other of my players scored, and that's really a thing that you don't really think about when you're buying a card. When you're buying a card with this much shot power, because of the shot power, the goalkeeper has to parry the ball. I noticed it with him more than my other players, and it gives opportunities to other players on your team. So I really enjoy that aspect of the card. His long shot is actually very reliable. I scored a bunch of long shots with him, and the way to do it is to left foot finesse. If he could get a finesse on his left foot, it's money, even if it's outside the box. He has one of the best finesse shots I've used on this game if you get it on his left foot. And overall, I gotta give this guy shooting a 9.5 out of 10. The only con here, the only thing that makes it less than perfect, is the fact that his right foot is very average. So if you get a shot on his right foot, it'll still be on target, but it does hit the back of the net less often than his left foot. Next, we will be talking about his passing, because I did play him at the cam position. How was his passing in game? And honestly, his passing was very good. He was a decent playmaker. He's able to set his teammates up very well. He's not quite the best playmaker, like comparing him to Garrincha, comparing him to De Bruyne, comparing him to Pirlo. They definitely have better passing than them. But he is about a step below in the passing scale. He has a very reliable pass on him. He can hit those long balls. He can hit those finesse passes in and around the box to get around defenders. And overall, I felt comfortable with his passing, but I didn't really think it was a game changer. So I got to give it an 8 out of 10. Next, we will be talking about this guy's dribbling. And this is one of the most important things on an attacker. Does he feel agile in game? And what I will say is I did throw an engine camp style on him, because at first when I bought him, he had a hawk. I tried him with a hawk, and at times he did feel a little clunky. I didn't really like that. So when I threw an engine camp style on him, it really fixed him. And what I will say about his dribbling is that because he's 5'10" with a stocky body type, when he's turning, like let's say you have your back to the goal and you want to make a quick turn to the left, quick turn to the right, he's not really the best at that. He's not clunky, but he's very above average, if that makes sense. He's not as good as 92 dribbling would have you think. Every other aspect of this guy's dribbling is amazing though. His L1 dribbling is very good. His command of the ball when he's doing skill moves is very, very reliable. And he's very hard to dispossess. When you're going face up against the opponent and pulling off skill moves, they have a hard time dispossessing you. The only time I really notice his clunkiness is, like I said, is when his back is to the opponent. So when you learn how to use him, I think his dribbling is quite good. And honestly, I gotta give him a 9 out of 10. He's a step below the Neymars of the world due to that lack of turning ability, but everything else on this card dribbling wise is class. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and this is the reason I feel like he is worth the money. His physical was a game changer. And what really stands out, like I said, is the 93 aggression. Whenever I was running into the box with this card, trying to dribble, trying to L1 R1 dribble, trying to L2 R2 dribble, trying to strafe dribble, and opponents would go in for a tackle, they would just bounce off him. It didn't matter if they had Van Dijk. It didn't matter if they had Hierro. It didn't matter if they had a big, bad, mean defender going into him. They would bounce off him, especially if you know how to use the shield button properly. They were bouncing off him, and there's not really many cards I can say on this game have this combination of stats with the dribbling and the strength and aggression that he does have. One thing I really did notice as well is that his tackling is actually very decent for a cam, for a striker. If you like to press with your attackers, because of his aggression, he really wins a lot of those 50-50 balls. I really enjoy that. His stamina at 86 is exactly what you want out of an attacker. He does last all game long, even at the cam position, and his jumping and heading ability is not too bad either. Overall, I gotta give this guy's physical a 9 out of 10. He is an absolute tank. Alright guys, so what do I think about this card? I think this card is one of the best attackers I've used on this game. And it comes with a caveat. It comes with an asterisk. You need to get it on his left foot. If you get it on his left foot, there is no stopping him. I mean, if you get a left foot shot in the box, he's gonna score 10 times out of 10. He has an extremely reliable shot. On his right foot, you can still shoot with it in the box from good angles. He'll still hit the back of the net from time to time, but it is notably less reliable than his left foot. Other than that, he has no major cons. His pace is very good. His physical is an absolute game changer. His passing is very nice, and his dribbling is actually very nice as well. The only thing he is lacking is that really quick turning ability that the smaller players do have on this game, but that's not really what you're expecting out of a Stoichkov card anyway. Overall, I gotta give this card a 9.5 out of 10. He is one of the funnest, one of the best attackers I've used on this game. Alright guys, so you might be wondering how I'm doing in the weekend league, and right now, yeah, I played 15 games, and the gameplay, as always on Saturday, was absolutely dreadful. It was some of the worst gameplay I've had to sift through all weekend, and I lost a bunch of games, unfortunately. I started off this episode 6-2, and now we are finishing off 15-8. And normally 15-8 is not a bad record. I mean, I can still hit gold 1. I might be able to hit gold 1, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's representative of how good I am or how good I'm playing on this game. I'm not saying that because I'm salty. I'm just saying that a lot of the goals I conceded were not really my fault. It was the delay on the game. And a lot of the goals I was conceding were goals that I would tackle the ball and the ball would just keep on going back to the opponent. And I really put that down to the delay. When the gameplay is delayed, you lose all your 50-50 balls. Your players are slower than your opponents. And it is what it is. We're going to move on, and we're going to continue to push for Gold 1 tomorrow. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Stoichkov review. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, later.